Welcome back to the Tahoe Real Estate Show. Well, Chris Mann joins us via Zoom for this week's edition. Hey, Chris, so we're talking about filing deadlines already for year 22. What do you need to know about filing for last year's returns?
Yeah, we've got, the end of the summer's here. And so now we got to start thinking about, number one, getting our 22 taxes done for people that haven't filed yet. Fortunately, the state of California gave everybody till October 16th to file corporate returns, partnership returns, individual returns, pay estimated taxes for 23, pay pass-through entity taxes for 23. So a lot of going on in the next month or so leading up to the middle of October. If you haven't filed yet, don't worry, you got plenty of time. You're not under penalties, interest, or anything like that up until October 16th. That's a good thing. The other thing we got to start thinking about for a lot of business owners is tax planning. And tax planning should start right now because there's a lot of things going on with 23. You got to think about your estimates. A lot of people haven't made estimated tax payments all year because you got till October 15th to make your first 3 estimates for 23. And a lot of people have taken advantage of the government giving them that leeway on that. So we've got to start figuring out what those are going to be. So if you're thinking about, I don't know where I am with my taxes, it's a good time to sit down and do some planning with your advisor. The other thing that's out there is the pass-through entity tax. People that haven't joined in on that since 21 for California to start paying your state income taxes through your entity, whether it's an S Corp or an LLC or a partnership, you should look into doing that because that payment is due on October 15th. If you're already in the plan, you've got a payment due as well then. If you haven't made one already, that's a big deal because you can write off your entire state payment against your federal income tax return. And it's only good for businesses. If you're a W-2 employee, you don't get this benefit, but this pass-through entity tax is really good.
All right, so you mentioned the tax filing deadline for California residents, but Nevada residents weren't affected for this year. Is that correct?
Yeah, Nevada is but you still, if you file an extension, you're still good till October 16th. The only thing is that if you have a S Corp or an LLC or a partnership, you got to file those by September 15th, type of thing. So you don't get the leeway there. So you're still the same basically for Nevada, provided you filed a valid extension on April 15th earlier this year.
As much as you talk about it, Chris, not a lot of people take advantage of those employee retention credits. What do you need to know, and how do you claim those?
Yeah, there's still some businesses we're finding that haven't done that. The easy way is to, if your income's dropped by, there's a qualification process you go through first of all. And if that is the case and your income drops sufficiently between 2020 and 2019 or 2021 and 2019, that's easy. You just do the calculation, claim the credit. There's some other ways you can qualify now that the government's opened up in the last year or two, but it's more of a facts and circumstances test. And you have to really sit down and talk to someone that really knows what they're doing with this stuff and make sure that you do qualify for this, because there is a lot of different ways to do it. But it's something that, a lot of people have come to me and said, well, I think I qualify because all my friends qualify. Well, that's not enough. It's like you got to have a real reason why COVID really affected you negatively in your business if your income's not dropped by enough.
Chris Mann, I learn something new every time you come on and join us. Get a chance, get in and see Chris and the team before the tax filing deadline if you're a California resident by October 16th. Stay tuned, more of the Tahoe Real Estate Show coming right up.